Good morning. My name is Maud Donovan. If you don't know this already, I am the head of teen services here at Matthews Library. I'm going to start posting a series of videos for the teen page, and you'll probably see them shared on our YouTube channel or Facebook as well. And I'm just going to go each month through something I've already been posting on our website called the Hot List. And it's just a list of new and trending books in the teen area, young adult fiction and nonfiction titles. And I've been doing this for the past few months, and you'll see it on the webpage. You'll see this logo right here, Teen Territory Hot List. And you'll see a display as well in the teen room when you come in to check out books. So there's 10 books on that list every month, and I do my best to get it posted toward the beginning of the month. Little late this month. We've had some delays and health concerns. Luckily, everyone's okay, and here I am with this month, December's Hot List. And like I said, from now on, I'm also going to be doing a video and the posted list on the website. So the first book on the list, you may have seen this in the library before. This is called Reverie. It's a book that is a fantasy novel, and it follows the story of Kane Montgomery, and he is fighting to keep a series of different fantasy worlds from tearing his reality apart. And something terrible happened to Kane in the old mill in his Connecticut hometown, or he did something terrible there, but his memory of that night is gone, and even he couldn't tell you what happened. So, to find out what happened to Kane and his fantasy reality collision world, read Reverie by Ryan LaSala, and you can check that out here in the Teen Territory. The second book on the hot list is My Real Name is Hannah, and this book is by Tara Lynn Marsh, and this is a very moving story of the escape and survival of a small family that is persecuted by the Germans. Hannah Slivka is the main character, and her family must flee or face execution or deportation from a Ukrainian town that she lives in. And that is also available here in a hard copy. Number 3 is The Lady Alchemist, and this one is by Samantha Vitale, In a land torn between magic and alchemy, Sifa is an exceptional alchemist. She's able to bend the rules in ways that no one else can. But when a slip of the tongue lands her in a prison with a mountain of straw, even she has to admit she can't transmute straw into gold. Now that might sound familiar, a little Rumpelstiltskin-esque thing going on. So that could captivate any of my fairy tale lovers out there. Number 4, Class Act. This is a companion book to a book that was previously on the hot list called The New Kid, and there's the first one right there, The New Kid. So this one follows Jordan's friend Drew in a story about being one of the few kids of color in his prestigious private school, and you'll follow his story and see how differently he's treated from his friends just because the color of his skin. So this is a really good story. It's also not just a novel, it's a graphic novel. So for my graphic novel fans and my not huge readers, this is perfect for you. And don't forget, it's a companion, so you might want to get The New Kid first before you get Class Act. All right, that covers number 4. All right, number 5 on the hot list, Tristan Strong Destroys the World. This is also a series. So the first book is Tristan Strong Punches a Hole in the Sky. That was on the hot list previously, but this is a follow-up. This is number 2. It's going to be a series. Tristan Strong is just back from a victorious but exhausting adventure in Alki, the land of African-American folk heroes and African gods. He's suffering from PTSD, but there's no rest for the weary when his grandmother is abducted by a mysterious villain out for revenge. So to find out how he conquers all his struggles, Tristan Strong, in his fantasy world of Alki, you can check this book out here at the library as well. All right, that's number 5. We are rolling right along and my books are moving. Okay, so number 6 on the hot list is Midnight Sun. Now, this might be kind of familiar. The author, Stephenie Meyer, obviously that might ring some bells. She wrote the Twilight series. So, Midnight Sun is the companion novel to the first book in the Twilight series, which is just titled Twilight, by Stephenie Meyer. And this basically retells the story of Twilight from the perspective of Edward Cullen instead of Bella Swan. So if you're familiar with Twilight, you'll kind of catch where I'm going with this. If you're not familiar with Twilight and you're sort of intrigued, then perhaps you should start reading the Twilight series, and we have that here. And then you can follow it up with Midnight Sun, and you don't have to wait like everybody else did. Okay, moving right along. So the next one on our hot list is An Ember in the Ashes. I'm a little bit biased here. I read this series and I felt it was really good. It kept me asking questions and wondering what's happening to characters, and I absolutely love that. But this is a fantasy book that is based and inspired on ancient Rome, so you'll see a lot of parallels there. In An Ember in the Ashes, it tells the story of Laia, who is a slave fighting for her family, and Ilias, a young soldier fighting for his freedom. So you'll see how their stories entangle and come together, and it's a series. And the reason why I have it on the hot list, it is an older book, but the 4th book is coming out. Actually, it is out now, called, I can't think of what it's called now. Excuse me. Anyway, but the 4th one is out now, and we'll have that on order. So you'll be seeing that on the next hot list probably. But you should get a jump on the series. It's really good. It traps you in. It makes you want to really keep finding out what's going on. So there are 3 out previously. This is the first one, An Ember in the Ashes, so you can find that here. All right. Oh man, we've only got 3 more left on our hot list. Okay, so here's another one that's not real new, but it's trending. It's A Court of Thorns and Roses, excuse me. I'm also biased. This is another author I love, Sarah J. Maas. And this story follows the journey of a human, Fair Archeron, after she is brought into the fairy lands of Prythian for murdering a fairy. And there's lots of imagination and fantasy and magic and just things that are intriguing, and it makes you want to learn more about it and kind of gives you a little escape from reality, which I think we can all kind of use right now. So A Court of Thorns and Roses, this is also a series. So there are a few more after this in the library. And the reason I said this is on here is because in February, there's another book in the series that's going to be coming out, and that one's called A Court of Silver Flame. So you'll be seeing that come up on another hot list. But to start out, this one, Court of Thorns and Roses, is on our hot list this month. All right, wrapping things up toward the end here. Another popular author. This is a 5th novel, another series in Ransom Riggs' Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series. So this one is called The Conference of the Birds. And this one basically tells the story of Jacob Portman's final connection to his grandfather Abe's secret life. He's entrusted with a mission by H to deliver newly contacted peculiar Nor Pradesh to an operative known only as V. So if you are into this series and you've not picked this one up yet, you can come find it here at Matthews Memorial Library, and we will continue ordering any of the series we have as they go on. The last book on the hot list I actually don't have. It is checked out currently. It's simply entitled Atomic Women. This is the untold stories of the scientists who helped create the nuclear bomb. So basically it's bomb meets Code Girls in a nonfiction narrative. So that means it kind of follows a story instead of just boom, boom facts. About the little-known female scientists who were critical to the invention of the atomic bomb and the moral implications of their work. So that is really interesting. It's something we're learning more about. The females that were behind the scenes, years and years ago that didn't get credit are now getting credit. Definitely late, but anyhow. So that wraps up the hot list for December. You can find this all written out on our website. I'll have it posted up there with the help of Greg. And you can find all these books in the teen territory in the library. If you don't know where that is, then when you come in and sign in at the front desk or the back lobby, ask them where the teen room is, and they will gladly direct you up this way to me. Another just kind of an update in the teen room. As some of you might know, we have categories for our fiction like romance and fantasy, and they're separate on the shelves. We've recently added another category. It's mystery. So mystery lovers, you'll find that when you come in the teen room, it'll be really easy for you to find your mystery books. They'll be checked with a green tag, and you can ask me, and I can point you right there. And that's all for now. So remember your mask when you come in the library, and don't forget to check out a book.